What's cracking, guys? And today I'm going to be covering an official Pokemon manga that was too spicy for America to handle. Well, at least in a sense. It did make its way over, although very butchered. The manga was called The Electric Tale of Pikachu, where it followed our star from the anime Ash. That's right, it was actually Ash. And it was his journeys again, but this time in manga form and slightly different. The illustrations were done by
Toshihiro
who, if you know him or follow him in any sort of all, he does some off-brand anime stuff. Just say it. It's just under a pseudonym. That's right, the people at Nintendo were like, you know who could do Pokemon justice? An off-brand artist. Oh, bless him. However, obviously, this kind of stuff doesn't quite fly for a Christian child-friendly America. It's like, we can't have none of that. So Toshihiro Ono unfortunately had to change a lot of his artwork in order to ship it over to America, and he was very sad about that. And I was too, considering some of the stuff that I see. I mean, for frick's sake, just look at Ash's mom. Oh, that's good. I mean, just look at Gary's sister. That's right, he's got a sister and she is smoking. Ash even wants to hit on her. That's right, and Ash Ketchum that actually likes girls. Holy crap, this manga is infinitely better. Once again proving that the manga version of Pokemon is vastly superior to the anime. The other manga version I already covered were Pokemon Adventures. That one's extremely dark. This one's not quite as dark and a little bit more sexy. To give a little summary of what goes on, it's obviously a little bit different than the anime. That Ash meets a Pikachu who's nibbling on his wire, causing a blackout, so he tries to capture it, but of course it's rebellious. He also still has his rival Gary, who is still an absolute douchebag, my god! Constantly taunting him and pestering all the time. Like, I still don't like Gary, and I guess that's a good thing. Still, again, what makes it better is the fact that his sister's hot. And it drives Gary wild that Ash likes the sister. And another keen difference that the anime always glosses over is also apparent in the manga, where it states very specifically that Pokemon can be very dangerous. Therefore, only fully licensed trainers and breeders are permitted to handle them. You see, I'm glad people realize that a Gyarados that can destroy entire cities just because it's angry is a bad, like, keeping that around is a bad idea. But anyway, of course, the Pikachu is a defiant little boy. Ash doesn't know how to use a Pokeball because he can't get one apparently, so he's chasing around a Pikachu all around the city. And then, of course, in comes Misty. Now, she's still a cutie, and there's nothing quite wrong with this Misty as of yet. She's still, like, got some interesting clothes on, but for the most part, I think is acceptable. She pets fat Pikachu, and of course, start butting heads with Ash. And again, they established that although there's lots of people who apply to become Pokemon trainers, like, not a lot of freaking people make it to the end. I mean, it just goes to show how dangerous handling Pokemon actually is. And of course, Pikachu, being the defiant little rat that he always is, goes off on his own, zaps a Spearow, but then angers the entire flock. There he gets beaten up, and you see a lot of things that you don't typically see, like blood in Pokemon. Like, that's something that you really don't usually see, and I don't know, like, it makes sense that it would be there. You also get some nasty images of what Fearows look like up close, and I wouldn't want anything to do with something that looks as nasty as that. And of course, Ash is trying his best to protect his new little buddy, but dang, dude, that thing is just too ferocious and ripping him apart. Pikachu sees this and of course fights back and zaps the guy, where Ash catches a Fearow. I know, it's different. It's not a Pidgeotto or Pidgey this time. He actually catches a Fearow. And then Pikachu dies. I mean, yeah, there he is. He's dead. Oh no. Okay, just kidding. He's still alive. He's still alive, kicking, having a good time, just went to a Pokemon. It's not gonna be that dark, okay? Not quite yet. And of course, Misty is pissed because he's knacked her bike in order to speed off from the Fearos, and he busted it up, and he's like, haha, our journey just begun. But of course, that really wasn't the bad part, so to say. They did censor a little bit here and there, but mostly what happens is when Misty is around, or any sort of very nice female or of the sort, yeah, that's when things get a little too hot. Anyway, Ash nabs more Pokemon. You know, just kidding. He still gets a Pidgeotto and a Caterpie still. So his team's still there. He just has a Fearow. And he's talking back to his older crush, Gary's sister, when Misty snags him and like, oh, you're into older women, huh? And she's like teasing him because, you know, like there's actually like hormones? I know, go figure, like these guys have hormones that are attracted to other people. Holy crap, we can't have that, can we, Pokemon? And he gets some goof back and forth, like Ash saying, I don't like tomboys, and Misty being pissed off and tsundere about it. Brock also makes his appearance, but it's very brief. In at least the first appearance he makes, he's just like instantly defeated. It was as simple as that, like over. I don't know how Pikachu was able to electrocute ground type Pokemon and win against that, but sure, I guess. Also, Ash does name his Pikachu Jean-Luc. And they make a Star Trek reference of how engaging. That's a bit odd, isn't it? So I'm gonna call Pikachu Jean-Luc from now on. There's also a cute scene where Pikachu tries to evolve and he's just like, pee. It's like, he's trying so hard, and it's honestly kind of cute. Yeah, it's kind of cute. But anyway, Ash makes his way to the Cerulean Gymnasium, looking like a boss, I might add, with that woo face. And there he meets the Misty sisters, who, by the way, are wearing full body suits. You can't see any of that action going on right there. Oh, those mamas. And Ash is drooling all over those beautiful sisters. He's enjoying the view. That's, again, you see, this is the part where it was like, oh man, there was so much censorship going on in the American version. But instead of fighting the sisters, of course, it's Misty who comes in. And it's then where she gets into her swimsuit that's interesting, to say the least. I don't remember her wearing that in the anime. I mean, I'm just pointing that out there. I mean, I think some versions are very superior. I'll leave that up to you. And then he wonders how he's gonna be here. There's all sorts of angles. Like, my God, this man is having a blast at the Pokemon franchise. And then, of course, you get the jump scare of a freaking nasty looking Gare. I mean, that thing is yikes. But anyway, Misty takes Ash's cap, and the victory condition is Ash only has to grab it back in order to win. And then there's some good humor, like when Ash tries to use his Pokemon, they're just like, yo, don't disturb me. Or, you know, like Pidgeotto say, yo, I need some R&R, homie. It's like, I didn't know that they could do that. Like, I didn't know they could rebel. And then the only move that Metapod could do was Harden. Just Harden. That's just, it's cute. I'm glad Pokemon is self-aware of, like, how dumb it is. But anyway, Misty, interestingly, gives Ash a freaking lecture about start treating your Pokemon as loving pets and like their toys and whatever, and start actually like, I guess, asserting dominance? It's kind of weird. So that they respect him as a trainer. I mean, it makes sense. But then Ash's protagonist skills go to work, and he gets a Butterfree just instantly, and man, he's smug as heck. And of course, it's not Pokemon without a jelly-filled donut reference where Misty offers Pikachu a jelly-filled donut. I mean, really? Really? It's a nice angle, though. So Ash gets the bright idea of using Fearo's favorite food to work for him, throws it on his cat, and then Fearow snatches the hat back for him, and it's a victory. You get a nice quaint tsundere Misty at the end saying that she has a thing for the younger boys and is into them, and I think it's quite nice. Like my original shipping, it's happening. And then freaking Ash is playfully teasing back saying, no boy is safe around a girl like you. It's cute. Like, honestly, this manga is pretty good. There's other hidden gems inside of it too. Like Ash wanting to be babied by Gary's sister. It's like, I'm here to fulfill your every desire. Oh, that's great. But it was just a dream. Yeah, I know. Like, this guy, what a beautiful man. Freaking Professor Oak looks like some grizzled war veteran, too. Like, what the heck? Brock comes back, and he's just like, oh, man, these women, these girls are great. And Ash is like, yeah, I like them, too. And they're like, dude. That is pure male bonding at its finest. But don't get me wrong. Brock's still a loser and still is just friends with Sabrina and is like, don't bring that up, homie, man, don't do that to me. But there's still some dark things inside of it too, like a haunter going around stealing souls for like over 10 years and stealing Sabrina's soul a little bit as well. It honestly was a pretty epic fight too, where a Pokemon actually died in the fight too. I'm not gonna say what happened if you want to read it yourself, but it was like, things went down. But then, of course, Misty comes back, too, wearing a very iconic outfit, so to say. And you wonder why this wasn't allowed in America. I mean, I still think it's fine. I don't think there's anything personally wrong with it. Again, Pokemon has to be as kid-friendly as possible. But we're not about that anymore. Like, get that cop of crap out of here. We're all about mature content here on YouTube. Are we right? Yes, that's right. Anyway, she has some interesting angles. And there's even a scene that was completely cut from the manga English, and they did skip around quite a bit. And that was where there was an onsen scene, of course, with Misty and the boys. There was also an Eevee in there too, which was kind of cute. Honestly, Japan is very open about like that kind of stuff. Where, you know, America's just like, oh, violence is okay, but anything too sexy is bad. You know, it's kind of like the opposite for Japan. Like, it's weird. It's very odd. But yeah, man, the author is just known for making just really great women. And Jessie, oh, Jessie, Mama Jessie, can I call her that? The best one of the bunch there. Holy moly. And another thing that makes this manga even better is the fact that canonically Jessie and James are married and even have a little baby. And also, Meowth's pretty cute in it as well. Honestly, I think this is just way better than the anime. Some of the censorship that they did for the series, of course, you know, like taking out some of the content, if not most of the content, to the point where the Japanese and the English version didn't even have the same ending. Like, it's pretty bad what they did. And of course they had like the images of the women where, you know, instead of being like all curvy and stuff, they just flattened them out and put them full suits. Like they took out all of it. Misty was also hit with the stick of censorship as well. She was just completely covered up. You know, it is what it is, you know? But I hope this made you interested in checking out the series. I think it's a good quick read. It probably won't take you very long to read through. Granted, just the 4 volumes, that's all it is. And it's a nice, refreshing, but slightly more adult take on the Pokemon series. That's also official. So yeah, definitely check it out. And if you guys enjoyed this video and my take on things, then, you know, slap that like button, you know, leave a subscription for some more quality content, and I'll see you beautiful sons of guns again next time.
You crazy mother...